In the summer of 1972, an ethologist named John Calhoun decided to build a perfect world to see if it could survive. He constructed a massive 9-foot square enclosure designed to be a biological paradise with absolutely no predators and no disease. The inhabitants were given unlimited food, unlimited water, and perfect climate control, removing every single struggle for survival. It began with just 4 breeding pairs of mice, who explored their new, massive world with a sense of boundless freedom and energy. For the first few months, it was truly a golden age, and the population doubled every 55 days in an explosion of life. Families formed, and social bonds were strong, as the colony expanded to fill the comfortable nesting boxes lining the walls. But as the population hit 600, the paradise began to feel less like a home and more like a crowded prison. Without the need to spend time hunting for food or building shelter, the mice had too much free time and nowhere to go.
The natural social structure shattered completely, and the mice began gathering in the center of the pen in a mindless, violent mob.
Calhoun called this phenomenon the behavioral sink, a total collapse of decency caused not by shortage but by overabundance. Dominant males became hyper-aggressive, attacking others without provocation and leaving the wounded to bleed in the sawdust. Mothers lost the instinct to protect their young, often abandoning them or attacking their own nests in moments of stress. The population peaked at 2,200, even though the enclosure could physically hold nearly 4,000. The psychological weight of the crowd had destroyed them long before the physical space actually ran out. From this chaos emerged a strange new caste of male mice that Calhoun dubbed the beautiful ones. These mice withdrew from society completely, refusing to fight, refusing to court females, and refusing to breed. They spent their entire lives just eating, sleeping, and grooming, obsessed with their own physical perfection while society burned. Because the beautiful ones wouldn't breed, and the stressed females stopped reproducing, the birth rate suddenly plummeted to 0. The colony entered the death phase, where the population began to age and die off with no new generation to replace them. Even when the population dropped back to low levels, the survivors were too psychologically damaged to rebuild. They had forgotten how to be mice, trapped in a state of permanent autism where social connection was impossible. The scientist watched in horror as the very last mouse in the enclosure died of old age, leaving the Utopia empty. The experiment proved that when life has no challenge and no purpose, the spirit dies long before the body does. This study terrified the public because it seemed to predict the future of human beings in dense, modern cities. We see the rise of the beautiful ones today. Young people withdrawing from society into screens, hygiene, and isolation. We see the birth rates crashing in the most developed nations, just as they did in the metal box. Calhoun warned that for a species to survive, it needs just enough stress and struggle to keep it engaged with life. If we eliminate every obstacle, we don't create a paradise, we create a waiting room for extinction. The question remains, have we already passed the point of no return in our own version of Universe 25? Or can we break the walls of the box before the silence